What's going on, everybody? Happy Wednesday. It is the second day of the new year. Hopefully everyone's doing all right. Good sales. Sales have been pretty good the past couple of days that Christmas ended. So we'll talk about what I sold. I specifically want to talk about some things that I sold because I have just showed you them. So kind of the progression of how things I bring in and how quickly they sell. I'll give you an update on the car accident that happened and a liquidation update, as well as what I picked up today. I picked up some good items. My co-host is not alive right now. She is back in Connecticut. She just got back. They actually just got back, was it 20 minutes ago, I think? So they left about 9:30 this morning. They had a bunch of stops with the dog and the cat 50 minutes ago. Sorry. So they were home. So, who's in the chat? Scott Liquidation King was first. How's it going? Eric, Tracy Thrifts, Linda King, Piper John. What's up, guys? Sue Ann, I got your note. I'm going to ship you out a book. Sorry, it's just been crazy with the holidays. I didn't forget about you. Nita Finita, Pac-Man. Looks like Tracy Thrifts is going to be on Wade's Adventures channel. So yeah, I wasn't on the last two times the fortune in reselling. I'll be good to go this weekend. So stay tuned Sunday, 8 p.m. And it looks like Tracy is going to be on Wade's channel on Monday night. So right after the next day after our show. Coolest Cat, what's going on? Hijinksu, good to see ya. Misha Mom here. Hey, Misha Mom made it. Nice. So it was awesome. If you guys saw my Instagram post, we banged out probably like 100 listings when she was here. The process we had was where she was taking photos and I was listing and inventory. I was able to just before this list about six or seven things in about 20 minutes. So it was nice to have that stuff already photoed and ready to go. Yeah, Mike Diesel or Mary went home, so she's back in Connecticut. We're gonna try and do a show like we've done the last couple days, but we'll do something across Google Hangouts. So maybe we'll do a live kind of show like this with her on it. You may have to have her be a VA. That's right. Ma, you might have to be a VA. All right. So looks like people are coming in. We'll start with the car situation. For those of you that didn't know, we got in an accident on the 23rd. We just got a call today. The car is totaled. So now we have 7 days to find a new car. So we'll see how that works out. That's going to be a roller coaster ride. But yeah, so they got the call from the adjuster. They're going to pay the loan people, and we're going to find a new car. So just found that out. I was at work. They called me today. Audrey Denham, how's it going? Shamrock Pixie. Yeah, so I might have to hire them to be assistants. Brad Monkeys, a case was opened on me regarding never receiving an item, but it shows delivered. So if you ever get that, if you ever get a case item not delivered and you have tracking on it, all you have to go in the listing or if they've opened a case on you, just add tracking on it and you'll be fine. So they will cover it. Yeah, Pac-Man. So either once the car was fixed, you'd had 7 days, or once they totaled it out, you had 7 days in the rental, and then they took it back. Daylilies and more. I'm not getting notifications. Oh, double check it again. I hear that sometimes. So Daylilies and more. We got the car T-boned us, and we were just waiting to see if we had to total it out or not. So we ended up totaling it, and we have to buy a new van, which is going to take forever. Scott had an order from Puerto Rico, but Puerto Rico is blocked? Really? Interesting. Tanya, yeah, it was crazy. Not only the accident on the 23rd, but just family hanging out with family. Kids ended up staying later, having fun. So shows were kind of hard to come by. Had some mugs just get destroyed by the post office. That's not good. So speaking of destroying and returns, has anybody gotten any Christmas present returns yet? Knock on wood, I haven't had any. I was waiting for a bunch of jerseys to get returned. maybe due to sizing. Nothing yet, knock on wood, but has anyone else had that happen to them? Let's see it in the chat. Liquidation update. I'm getting my liquidation lot tomorrow. It's a lot of, I believe it's electronics. So I'm contemplating doing half a video, recorded video, half live video, or half live. So I'm still playing around with that, but I believe it's 2 boxes, so I might try to break it up that way. So again, make sure your notification bell's on, because I'll probably throw that up during the day. Big guy had 1 damaged. It looks like no returns yet. The other thing, Rad Monkeys, if they do open a case on you, that's almost better for you, because then they will close it in your favor if that tracking number is showing. Nita Finita, no returns. That's good. So it sounds like no returns yet. Granted, you still, if you have 30-day returns, or even worse yet, 60, you have till the end of the month potentially, or you're even next 2-3 weeks. 2 sales in Mercari. Nice. Mercari's been dead for me. Today I went in and promoted a bunch of listings. If you guys, I tend to price higher in Mercari as well as Poshmark. I will go in, if you aren't selling Mercari, just throw some listings out there. I keep them out there, especially my multi-quantity listings. I will go in here in my Mercari and I'll keep them high, hoping people will come and buy them full price. Then I'll promote them, and what it does is it drops it. I think it's like 5% each promotion, and so I let them sit. I let all my stuff sit out there. But Hard Dicks Flipper shipped 13. Nice. RVA Flips. Hey Justin. I hope this doesn't jinx me in returns. I hope it doesn't jinx any of us. All right. So jerseys. We talked about jerseys. I just picked these up. I happen to find 4 of them. I believe this is my last one. This is Notre Dame, and this is screen printed. I sold this, I think, for $25, best offer. I had it up for 32. So jerseys, and again, Adidas. Look for those tags on the bottom. So 25 bucks from, I think it was a $4 or $5 buy. I'll take that. If you're not following Justin, RVA Flips, make sure you subscribe to his channel. He does a morning show, which I try to catch, but I'm always bringing the kids to school at that time. Donna, I've been looking into sharing on Poshmark, or looking into Poshmark. Not sure I can do all the sharing. Having a hard time picturing you sharing throughout the day. That is a great point. I do 0 sharing. Well, I do a fraction of sharing. If I happen to be in the app, I'll hit the little share button, but I don't share really anytime at all. And I actually had a sale today on Poshmark. I had 2 the other day. I get them maybe once a week, and I do nothing. So people say I don't want to put the work into it. I tail-ended on each listing. I'll add my Poshmark listing when I finish my eBay listing. So if I'm listing this, I'll start my listing on eBay, continue to Poshmark. Once the photos end, I'll go back and finish the eBay listing, and then finish the Poshmark listing. Hey, Scott, what's going on? Bearded Pickers and channel? Yeah, give Posh a fair shake. I mean, it doesn't hurt, just like Mercari, to have stuff out there. Listed a team that finished strong, and it was a size medium, so I was surprised. And I do tend to list a little higher on Poshmark, just because, for example, I took a best offer on a Majestic. You guys find this stuff? We talked about Majestic Cool Base. This stuff sells pretty well. I had this up for, I think, 29. I took a best offer of 20. After fees, I'm getting $16. Now, if you think about eBay, with shipping, eBay fees, PayPal fees, I'm under that $16. So I'm actually making more on this polo than if it were to sell through eBay. And what's really nice is it prints the label off, and you could just stick in a package and slap the label off and send it. You don't have to weigh it. As long as it's under 5 pounds, just put it in a priority box. You're good to go. So yeah, put that in your repertoire. Get your Poshmark listings up, and worst case scenario, don't share it. Just let them sit. I've been having some good profit on some items. Scott, if you haven't followed Scott's Instagram and his YouTube channel, he had a bunch of pictures of all the Christmas lights he bought for Amazon. A ton. Lisa, how's it going? I saw Scott Lindsay in here. Scott, I haven't seen you in a while. Thanks for coming by. Poshmark is like a newborn baby. You have to pay a lot of attention to it. It needs lots of love. I'm not giving it any love. I'll take it. Thrill the Hunt, how's it going? I found these. If this brand of hat, I'm not going to say around Huck, but I ended up taking the best offer for 14. It is pre-owned. It's kind of a little tattered right here, which I explained in the listing. So it took a $2 to $10 best offer, $2 buy. So I said, why not? This one garnered a lot of attention, not detention. Red Sox. So Red Sox Majestic zip up. And what's nice is this is all embroidered with the logos embroidered on the front. There is no size on it. So I measured the pit-to-pit measurement, put that in the listing. Sold on eBay. I went in, deleted the listing off Poshmark. So make sure you delete those listings if you do cross-post them. I bet your power bill is high. Oh, to Scott's Christmas lights. 75 Lego sets? Whoa, Vicky. Hey, Mike, to Crazy Card, what's going on? All right, so you're following the trend here. Sports and jerseys and apparel with sports logos on it sells a lot. Misha Mom, if you're still listening, I forget who found these at the bins. It was either my sister or my mom, but they went for the Nike Dry Fit. There you can kind of see it, Nike Dry Fit tee. And what I really liked about this is it says, "We are family." It has a logo, a Chase Bank, but look at that, the LeBron James Family Foundation. So we showed this on the live show the other night with my sister, but I picked up one, and these had best offers on it. And I picked up two. Both same brand, both same, everything on it. No flaws, no stains. Put them up for $26.72. I just picked a random price. Both sold today. I think I put them up a day or two ago. Both sold full price. Did not do best offer. They're actually staying in Ohio. So LeBron James Family Foundation. If you find those sports figures, sports teams, pick them up. Do you use pirate ship? I do not. I've tried it, put in the box in the poly bag. Some of my items, either I have the wrong size poly bags, but some of my items are either too large when they are heavy. A lot of my items fit first class, or I can get them in a padded flat rate. But I do need to spend a little more time. I tend to just ship versus check pirate ship. If I do get heavy enough stuff, I will, but I tend to rely a lot on the regional boxes. Last thing that sold today, I think. Is that the last thing? Yeah, last thing that sold. Beer stuff. If you guys can find beer stuff, especially on like an Under Armour or Nike Golf, took a best offer for $23 on that. $3.99 to $23. I'll end up probably profiting 13, I think, 13 to 14. It's pretty light. So Dry Fit, pick those up, beer stuff. So beer, sports, and apparel. That is what sold. That consistently sold for me today. All right. So, and what's pretty interesting is, well, interesting. You've seen all the clothes stuff I've showed you for the past couple months, and now I'm going to jump back into hard goods tomorrow night, which is going to be a lot of testing. So we'll see how that goes. I am not good at change. Once I find something that works, I hate to try something new. Just like Poshmark, right? Pirate Ship will save you tons of money. My hubby's been using it for almost a year, and he loves it. Yeah, I need to start getting that into my process of checking once stuff gets once the weight gets really high. So, all right. So, is that the last thing I was going to talk about? Sports sold. All right. My Savage thrift haul today. I was quite surprised at what I found. That what was still out there, because I hadn't been to this thrift store. And this is a thrift store I go to every day at lunch. I pop over there for about 45 minutes. I try to go there every day. So I didn't go there since, what was it, the 17th? 16th, 17th of December. So that's what, 2 weeks, give or take. I ended up spending, here it is right here, $51. And I thought I did okay, but we'll see a lot of white polos in here, and I'll show you what I look for. John Daynard, what's going on? All right. I like picking up the random polos. I love this brand, the OGO brand. It has Optum on it. So Optum is a isn't it like a medical hospital system, I believe. It is screened on, but it's a black logo. People look for these unique polo shirts. I do. I think I have another one that's kind of unique in terms of logos. But you know, I just sold a Buffalo Wild Wings workers shirt the other day for $22, and sold that on. That was the other thing I sold on Poshmark was the Buffalo Wild Wings. Picked those. I think Wade was picking those up. He was picking up like Domino's, Buffalo Wild Wings. So look for those restaurant stuff. Those things sell. Under Armour, Indiana Hoosiers. I'm not expecting this to sell for much. I figured I'd give it a shot. I like when the Under Armour stuff has that circle logo on the back. And again, this is heat gear. I find that the heat gear, cold gear, mock turtleneck, that stuff does the best for me for Under Armour. Under Armour, again, this is a local high school, but I like the design. It's pretty sweet with the basketball logo on it. Upper Arlington. It's in within the Dublin Hilliard area. I'll save the white. Compression stuff does really well, especially if you find Under Armour compression. The thick cold gear stuff does well. This is a Nike compression. It looks kind of like the Nike Combat. So I'm hoping, and it's a little worn, not too bad, not too bad, but I'm hoping with the Ohio State I'll get some Buckeye crazies that want to pay up for this. But I'll probably list this for about $24.99. That is an extra large. Scott, Liquidation King. I found one of the shirts you've always been finding recently, the Peter Millar, especially the Summer Comfort. If you can find the Summer Comforts, those hold a higher value than just the Peter Millar regular polyester shirts. What's even nicer about this one is it's Kiawah Island. I believe that's in South Carolina, right? Sometimes I'll look up the shirts and try to put those in the listing, at least for the golf courses. I've sold a Kiawah Island pullover for about $30 or $40. So once I saw that shirt with the combination of the logo, it should do all right. Save those. This was another company. I have no idea what this is. Do you guys know what this is? But I couldn't leave a new with tags Adidas polo shirt. Size medium, Z-Node. Anyone know what that is? Z-Node is nice. It's actually embroidered. But I'm going to look this up again just to figure out. I'm just curious what it is. But it says relevant e-commerce. So there's a lot of companies within the Dublin area. This is the thrift store I went to. I do find a lot of these company shirts like the Optum talked about. So look for those. Do you add measurements to your shirts? Coolest cat. No, I do not. I add 0 measurements. I say I will only say if there's a defect. For example, if there's like a little mark on the shirt, I'll type little mark, see photo, and I'll have to take a picture of it. Otherwise, if it's pristine condition, no stains, rips, or tears, it's the only thing I put in there. If there are 0, if there's no tag, someone ripped the tag out, and I really like the shirt, I will take measurements of it, and that's the only time I'll put measurements in a listing. Otherwise, all my clothes are no stains, rips, or tears. That's it. I say waste my time. I know a lot of people put a lot of time and effort into listings. I think I've probably had 1 or 2 returns on sizing, and that's out of hundreds of polo shirts I've sold. Red Monkeys found an OGO polo today with huge full tail poker. Oh, that's awesome. Got a couple of thread pulls in it. What you could do is try to pull them back through. If they're a little minimal. If they're minimal, this is a shirt I actually wear for work, but this has a little thread pull in it. If you put thread pulls in the listing, just take a picture of it. I had someone buy a very nice MLS shirt. It had pulls in it. They bought it for $25. So the logo, a lot of times the logo, and if the thread pull is not as deep, I would still just list it. List it high. Don't be afraid. Put best offer on it and see what happens. Majestic hoodies. Majestic hoodies. I can get about $27 for them. I like this one. It's called Section 101. It's by Majestic. The hoodies sell the best for me. So you saw that Red Sox, that was a hoodie. The hoodies will sell the quickest in terms of polo shirts. I sell them a ton. We have Cincinnati Bearcats. A lot of that stuff's around here, so I'll pull that a lot. I posted Peter Millar Summer Comfort. Someone messaged me for the size, but I already had it. Oh, see, that's another reason why I don't polybag it. If I don't do measurements, they'll ask for measurements, and you have to rip the polybag. That sucks. Donna, I have an app called Archimeasures. It's not made for clothes, but apparently it works on clothes. I'm trying to figure out how to download the app. iPhone has a measurement app. I don't know how accurate it is. Znode is a multi-store e-commerce platform. Interesting. Thanks, Money from Mars. So those unique polo shirts with those kind of cool logos on them, I like to pick those up, especially if it's new with tags, because you're going to get someone that wants to that works computers, that likes it. Men's sizes generally run more similar if you were selling women's high-end clothes. Yeah, you'd probably need to do measurements. That's a great point, Mike. See, I sell very little women's clothes. If they are women's clothes, they're mostly jackets or polo shirts. So in that case, I probably would do measurements. 3 of my baseball teams just went to the Reds. That's awesome. What else did I get? Okay, so some white stuff. I am very skeptical of getting white polo shirts. I've learned after I've bought multiple with stains, rips, tears, lighting that I've missed, as you guys have followed along. You've seen the stuff I've screwed up on. I've paid more attention. What I pay attention to on white, if I really like the shirt. Otherwise, I will try and steer clear of white. Look at the pits. Look at any pulls. Obviously, the normal stuff you'll see. But any stains for me on white is very hard to see. This is a white. Which one's this? This is Oxford Golf. I like the logo on it. It is Ohio Dominican Panthers, which is a university within, I think it's in Columbus or Westerville. Back's kind of cool. So I try to hold these up to the light as much as I can to see if there's anything on it. But I don't think I've missed anything on this one. But I scrutinize these the most because these are the ones that have the most defects, and I don't find them till I get under my lights at home. Here's another one. If you guys find Major League Lacrosse stuff, I find a lot of the Ohio Machine, but if you do find any of the Major League Lacrosse, you get some people that will pay up for it. So I found a white polo shirt. This is actually Holloway. I might sit, but it will command the right buyer. So be prepared to sit on those. And then I just found an NCAA polo shirt. This is Adidas. Wisconsin Badgers. Maybe I'll group that with the hat. And then it's got the screen on Adidas on the back. Second to last thing I picked up was these. If you guys find anything specific to a sporting event, I've actually picked one of these up in Utah when I was traveling there, 3 weeks ago? So I found one of these in Ohio, same exact bag, same Ironman, but now instead of St. George, Utah, it says Ohio. I actually have a watcher on my Utah one. I don't know if it's a viewer, but I have in Ohio. I bought it for $2.99. I'll probably put it up for $19.99. We'll see what happens, but I'll put best offer on it. You get a lot of people if you think of cult followings, you get a lot of people, athletic people that like doing Ironman races, like to find unique products like that. So look for those sort of things like races, special sporting events. Like you saw the other day, they had NHL had the outdoor games. So if you find a lot of the outdoor merchandise for hockey, baseball all-star games, that sort of thing, keep your eyes open for those. Suian says, keep an eye out for Nike 3D Blue Chip. It's a lacrosse brand that was a former lacrosse camp. Interesting. They like to say they went to. That's cool. Chris, what happened to the Vegas Knights hat? It's upstairs. I didn't put it on. That was actually a Christmas present. Last thing I picked up, I don't know if Eric, West First Books, is in the chat, but Winking Lizard, I believe it's only local to Ohio. And if you think about other restaurants or other things in your areas, things you have to qualify for. For example, this is the Winking Lizard Tavern. Tavern. It's a restaurant, and what they do is they're known for having unique beers, unique draft beers, beers from around the world. And I believe what they do on this is it's like you for the year you get this card, and you have to basically try every beer, buy one of every beer, and if you check off every beer, and it's a ton, I want to say it's like 200 or 300, but if you happen to find something like that or the Winking Lizard, like I found, so the World Tour, uh, what's that say? Of beers, 2009, and then on the back it says Lizard. Now I would have normally passed this up, but if you look up comps on these, at least completed items like shirts and the zip ups, they go for a little bit. People want to buy these and skip buying all the beers. So keep your eyes out for any sort of completed, like ate this sandwich challenge shirt, or I completed the around the world stuff. So look for those. But the reason why I would never usually pick it up is it's made by Tri Mountain, usually a lower end brand like Port Authority. So that's kind of why I would usually pass it up. But given the logo, and it sounds like people want to buy the item or say they went to the lacrosse camp, that's some of the things to look for. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Too bad my sister can't do the outro here. But make sure you hit the like button on your way out. Videos coming up. Let's save the year-end review for this weekend. It's either Friday or Saturday night. We'll do a year-end review. We will have a liquidation unboxing coming up, and we'll have more thrift hauls coming up. So Tanya, Mrs. Mary, I'll let her know. We'll try and get her on video this weekend. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. Have a great evening. Get your stuff listed, get your stuff shipped, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. And I agree, Star City Picker. Thanks for hanging out, guys and girls. See ya.